right here. There we go.
All right. Well, welcome to Twice the Mic. I'm Andy.
And I'm Matt.
And today's show, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to talk about some things that, been on our mind and day to day. So, What you think, Matt?
Yeah. So we started off on with our travel ball practice back today. School ball is wrapping up. I know some of the schools, they're still doing regional play, and if they win there, they'll go on to state. But
for regionals down there at Gulf Shores.
So do that. But we some of our team is done with school ball, and some is still playing. So I'm not sure how it is in every state, but if you're a full-time varsity player here in the state of Alabama, can't practice with your school team and your travel ball team at the same time. So we, some of our girls are playing varsity ball for their respective school, and they're continuing on into regionals. My daughter is part of the team, but she doesn't play with the team, so she's still getting to go along with the team. She doesn't play with them. So we had our first practice back today. It was good getting back together with old teammates and her travel ball coaches. So that was good. We talked a little bit about we got which I don't know. Y'all not doing like a nationals this summer, are you?
No, we're not doing that. We voted to stay out of that this year.
Well, we got nationals in Panama City with the USFA in July. So we talked a little bit about the fundraising, that trying to do some fundraising to help pay for
get the money up.
Yeah, for they like to do team meals and go out as a team and eat, and we talked a little bit about that and a couple of different ideas on getting some money together, sponsors, and we'll have some things coming out here. We're going to try and get a little money together for those girls and show them a good time down there.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So, but no, the day was kind of, worked on some hitting stuff and situational bunting stuff, just talked a little bit more about the situational stuff, but worked a lot on hitting. Our pitchers did some throwing and
run down on third, all that.
Yeah.
See if they still remember all that.
Oh yeah. Talk some situational stuff and got the bats fired up and getting her started off, man. I'm actually pretty excited about it.
Fired up.
Yeah. It's been school ball for us was like a way throttled back.
Yeah.
On the travel ball stuff. It just
eye opener.
Yeah, just in some instances it didn't seem as competitive. And I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know the right word to say, but it was just different for us, and I'm sure everybody's experience is different, but it was just good to get back and get things going with our travel ball team. So we did that today, and yesterday, our day was pretty full. We talked about this starting off on our TikTok live, but yesterday we built a new table for our studio.
Got it done, man.
Yeah, I mean,
got it done. Done a great job on that, man.
Yeah, I think so. I turn wrenches for a living. I don't cut wood, and I don't. I'm not a carpenter, and
and if they know me, I supervised and helped where I could. So I mean,
we took some progress pictures like throughout the building, the process of the building the table. So we'll share some of those on our social media, on TikTok, on our Facebook, Twice the Mic. For the people on TikTok Live, go give us a follow. We have a Twice the Mic TikTok, Twice the Mic Facebook, YouTube, Twice the Mic. And we have a email also, so twicethemic@yahoo.com.
Yeah,
so.
If you have any comments, want us to talk about something.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We got that table knocked out. I mean, it took us longer, I'm sure, than, say, a professional carpenter it would have took them, but
yeah.
I mean, it turned out good. You know, we took a pencil and a old envelope from one of our power bills, and I drew up some measurements and kind of figured out what we were going to need and do. And once we got to, we went to Home Depot and purchased all of our wood.
Got it done.
Once we got there, we kind of we seen different options on wood and stuff. Originally, we were going to go with just like some 2x6s for the top.
Yeah.
And, kind of butt them up together. But we were concerned a little bit about the creases being on the table, and saying if we were trying to write or something, hitting one of those creases.
Yeah, so we didn't want to fall in, to the crease. So, I mean, I think the top we chose was a great idea.
Yeah, we ended up with
great choice and
with a sanded. It's a finished piece of plywood. Basically, it's been sanded, finished. It's real smooth. You ain't gotta worry about splinters. So
that's right.
And then we stained it and stained the top and painted the bottom section of the table. Turned out real nice for a couple. I say carpenter.
Oh yeah, amateurs there.
Yeah,
so, But we got something nice to look at and have, and be proud of.
Yeah,
so,
And we got us a new little area we're gonna start filming in next week.
Studio location.
So we'll have it. It'll be set up a little bit different, but I think as far as for our needs and trying to make better quality videos for y'all, I think it'll help us in the long run.
Yeah, I think so.
Give us just more options to make better shows, better quality videos. And that's our goal. We want to put those out. So
that's it.
Anyway, so that was basically all day yesterday. Worked on the table.
Gotcha. And, that was good. Yeah. That took about all day.
Yeah. And we went to church this morning. That was good.
Oh, that was good. Yeah.
And basically right after that, we went to the car wash.
Got the pollen off, huh?
Well, that and the crumbled up cookies from the daycare out of the back seat, and spilled juice, which
leftover bananas.
Oh Lord, that too. That was in my truck, but took my wife's truck. The banana that wasn't very fun.
That was an ordeal.
After finding it, I'm not sure if you've ever had a stench in your vehicle that you just couldn't figure out where the heck it was coming from. That was me the past 2 or 3 days with my truck. I have been smelling something in. I don't drive my truck that often. It sits a lot.
Yeah.
So a couple of days ago, I got in there. I said, "Man, something smells god awful in here." And I looked and I didn't see nothing obvious.
Yeah.
Well, I did a sure enough cleaning on it Friday, and I found the issue. We had we usually we spend a lot of time at the ball field. So when we bring our youngest, we'll get her like a little snack bag together.
Yeah.
And usually we'll get the with my wife and me coming from work, the kids will get home earlier from the bus, and we'll ask them to, hey, get a snack bag ready for the baby.
Yeah.
Well, they got a snack bag ready, and it was just like a little Mickey Mouse little zip up bag, little miniature backpack looking bag, and there was a banana put in there. And I can't say for sure how long the banana was in there.
Yeah.
It was long enough. So
yeah, I know it was when I was a kid. You know, a friend of mine, he left his socks in the car, and it done that. Man, it was rough. It was rough.
Yes, I actually seen a pair of dirty socks in there. They weren't mine, and I thought, well, maybe that's what's causing this stink, and it wasn't that. It wasn't the socks.
I mean, I've had friends put rotten eggs, in there.
Oh
man, it was.
I didn't do this personally.
Well, that was pranks, yeah.
Well, what I was gonna say, we had when we were kids, I knew of some fellas that would go to the pier on Okaloosa Island down there. Okaloosa Island in Florida. They have a pier, and some kids I knew went through the parking lot. People would have maybe some cracked windows, and were dumping off cigar minnows, dead bait.
Oh, really?
In these people's cars. I mean, that's pretty nasty. I can only imagine if I found somebody doing that.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I couldn't even.
In the dead of summer, too, probably.
Oh, of course. 100 degrees out there with some. They're already stinking cigar minnows. And you throwing them in there and letting them stink even more in the heat. So, I mean, you can open a cooler with some ice down cigar minnows and they already stink.
Oh, yeah.
So, you can only imagine sitting in a 130 plus degree vehicle. Bacon in there.
That'd be rough.
Yeah, so
that'd be rough.
No fun. But yeah, I mean, other than that, the weekend's been, pretty busy. I know y'all had we were basically together all day yesterday.
We were supposed to have a tournament, but the weather, went south and they canceled that on us, and so we kind of done our own thing.
Which is unfortunate because yesterday it didn't. It rained a little bit yesterday morning.
Just a little bit, but man, it was windy and it was a little bit. It was a little humid, but overall it was great.
A little muggy, and then it rained a little bit. Later on yesterday.
Yeah, later on in the evening.
But where y'all were playing was turf fields.
Turf.
And that's the great thing about the turf fields is you can have a rain shower and go back to playing. There's no you don't have to worry about clay fields.
Oh yeah, muddy or So turf. You can run on.
I don't know why they wouldn't have played it. You would think. Do you know how many teams were in the tournament?
I don't know, but it being a new facility like that, I'm sure their rules are a lot stricter. And they just don't want nobody on it right now, probably messing it up. Give it a couple of years, they wouldn't care probably.
Yeah, I just imagine. Because they've had a few tournaments there now.
Yeah.
And we've been out there to watch y'all one time. And I know we had a high school tournament out there. And, I'm sitting there counting, $10 a head for every person that's in there. There were a bunch of people there, so I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
It brings in quite a bit.
I'm sure. I bet it does.
So, I would like to think, if it was in the realm of possibilities of making that thing work, they would have done it. So I think, like you said, it's new.
Yeah.
They want to take care of it.
I support it. But
we have played in pouring down rain.
Gardendale was the worst.
Yeah, pouring down rain and freezing cold.
It was something else, man. It was freezing out there, man, and raining at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I remember when the girls would slide. They would dang near slide past the bases.
Yeah.
Because that turf will get slick when it's wet.
Slick, man.
So.
Yeah, slick when it's wet, and when it's summertime, it's hot.
Yeah.
It takes on the heat. So.
Well, so our weekend was pretty busy.
I wished I would have had a little time to go to the casino.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like going to the casino, just entertainment purposes, just a little bit here and there. How you feel about the casino?
I'm not big on the casinos.
Oh.
I don't have no issues with people that like to go to the casino. My biggest thing is I like to say I'm a tightwad.
Well, I don't go drop, that much, but I do drop a little, and I enjoy it. It's just different and good entertainment.
Yeah. So just for example, so like say I made $20 an hour.
Yeah.
I can go in there and lose $20 in about 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So the ratio on earning it and losing it is not very
good.
But I mean, like I said, I will here in Alabama it's a little bit different than say go to Biloxi.
Yeah, it's not full blown casino with the tables and stuff, which I would rather it be tables. But I mean, it's just like the lotto here in Alabama. It's I think we need a lotto.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, we're giving all our money to these other states when we can keep it right here.
Yeah.
And give it to the schools just like every other state's doing.
Well, I'll tell you my thought on the lotto in Alabama. So we have Florida and Georgia. I'm not sure if Mississippi or I think Tennessee does the lottery.
Yeah, but you living in Florida all them years, I mean, what's your thoughts on it? Florida. Well, you could have played it any time.
And I didn't. I didn't play it that much. But here's my thought on it. You have all these people going. There's people in Alabama playing the lottery. They're just having to go to. They're going to Georgia.
Georgia, Mississippi, yeah.
But I feel like, until the politicians can figure out how to line their pockets,
how to get control.
And how to control it.
Yep.
We will not have a lotto in Alabama. That is the key.
You probably
because
right about
there's
that.
There's people that will line their pockets. That's their goal.
Yep.
They want to figure out how it's going to benefit them. They're not worried about how it could benefit the education system in the state of Alabama. Because you look at Florida. There's a big chunk of their lottery goes back to the school system.
Oh yeah. Yeah, going through Georgia, you can see them schools, how they're built and everything. Yeah. They got nice stuff.
Yeah, and
I think it's like this: if your child is enrolled in a Georgia school and he or her keeps a C average, they can go to college.
Same way in Florida.
Yeah.
So,
but Alabama. I just don't understand it. I'd rather give my money here in Alabama if we had a lotto than other states.
Like I said,
keep it here.
Point blank is greed. Greed. It's they want to act like it's caring about people, and it don't matter. We have casinos here right now. We can 20 minutes from our house.
Mm-hmm.
That people are gonna go there, and there's people out there that I think part of it is trying to say, well, it's caused people money problems, addiction.
Yeah.
But you already have
Bible Belt.
You already have that. You have people that they'll take their power bill money or their rent money and go to the casino. So they're doing it already. You're just gonna have people that are that way.
Yeah, but in my mind, in my opinion, I think that it's those casinos that are here now that is keeping the lotto out of the state. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
so I think they're lobbying it.
Yeah, for the ones that don't know, the casinos we have here are owned by the Indians.
Yes,
and they're on Indian property, and I don't know the politics of all that, but it could sure enough play a role.
That's just my thought process on it. I think that they are, have a hand in it. The lotto not coming full blown to the state.
No, I agree with that, because it would take away from what
they got going on,
and they've sure enough bringing in some money.
They bringing it in, man. They are bringing it in.
Because what we have one with Wetumpka and then Montgomery. There's one in Montgomery.
And one in Atmore. They even have them on islands now.
Yeah.
You know, out of state islands at a Wind Creek.
So I've lived in Alabama for, let's see, going on 16 years now, and I've been to Wetumpka's twice, once with you and once when we first moved up here. I went in there at the time. We didn't have a lot of money. Me and my wife went in there, $10 each, and
hoping to make a lot of money.
Yeah, and within about 30 minutes, we were out of money. And I didn't go back for a long time until, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 years ago. I went over there with you.
Yeah.
But I have been to one in Biloxi one time, and that's a totally different. It's different there because they have blackjack tables and.
Oh yeah, it's a totally different atmosphere there.
And I love playing blackjack. Just us sitting around playing it, but there it was. I say it was too rich for my blood because I think it was like $15 a hand, and I said that's too much. So
I'll be out quick.
Yeah, I went back. You know, there in Biloxi, which I think all of the casinos. I don't know how many are down there, but you know that you go in there, you start gambling, you get drink for free. They come around and ask you what you want. Well, I figured it out because I'm so cheap. I made it all the way in the back there on the penny and nickel machines, and the waiters and waitresses, they don't their rounds that come through that area are not that many. They stay up where the big money people are. They want to keep feeding you drinks.
They want to keep you ready, you know.
So I noticed that because I walked around and just kind of watching and looking.
Yeah.
And you seen way more waitresses delivering drinks up in that towards the high roller section. And right outside the high roller section, you had some of the big money blackjack tables, and they were playing the roulette. What's that called? Or with the wheel?
Roulette. That's roulette.
Okay. Yeah. Playing that, but I noticed the waitresses, they were pretty steady through there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back there by the penny machines, there wasn't. You may see one every now and then.
Yeah.
So, but no, I mean, like I said, it's to each their own. To each their own. I mean, I have no issues with that. So, but Andy, you got to handle something real quick.
Yeah, I got to go see about something.
All right, I'll be right back. Yeah. While he's gonna, I mean, going back to the lotto, I really do think that could help us in this state. We struggle with our school systems. Constantly hear about teachers not getting paid enough, which I agree. I mean, they deal with a lot. Me personally, I enjoy the summertime. It's not so hectic in the mornings trying to get kids ready for school, but you have some people that they look forward to the school because they're able to bring their kids, and it's like they use the schools as their babysitters. But I do think the schools are underfunded here, and I think a lotto could help. I'm not 100% on what the main concerns to not have it here, but like I said, what my theory was on it was until they can figure out how to get themselves paid, we won't have it here. That's my thought on it. So.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I was listening to you. I agree with you.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, we had it in Florida. I lived down there a long time, and I knew a lot of people. And
I mean, how often do you think you just went by the convenience store every now and then and picked up a scratch off or something? No,
I didn't.
I feel like that's the way to be here. Well, once it's new, I think everybody be playing it.
Yeah.
And then it'll die off, I think, and hardcore people will still be playing it, but I think.
Oh no, you're gonna have your weekly people, but
with their numbers, yeah.
But there it has to become a self-control thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe there's addiction with gambling, just like there's addiction with alcohol or addiction with drugs. I mean, people have an addiction to gambling.
Yeah.
And I do know that can be a problem, but I mean, you don't see you don't see people trying to ban alcohol here or banning cigarettes. I mean, there's people addicted to stuff that's have here in the state that they spend their hard-earned money on. So I say give it a shot, and I feel like the number one beneficiary of it should be our schools.
No, I mean I agree. That should be number one, education, man. Because I mean, we're already hurt, and we need to we need to build that up. So that's the way I feel about it.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway.
You were talking to me yesterday about bringing a surprise or something to the show.
Well, it was something I seen.
So go ahead.
Okay.
I didn't know if you want to get into this now or what.
Well, no, I mean we can jump off in it. I mean, I imagine it's something where we could get you could get in trouble with it. But you can have some fun with it too. But I seen this gentleman. He took an electric powered pressure washer.
Okay. All right.
And he took a 12-volt pump, and he plumbed it into this. He plumbed it into this pressure washer.
Yeah.
And was pumping diesel fuel into it.
And spraying diesel fuel. Oh, like a...
He was spraying it, but he had attached a torch.
Oh,
to the
okay.
End of it.
Like a flamethrower.
I'm talking about a sure enough flamethrower. Like this old redneck had it going on.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat because they make them too. They make them flamethrowers.
Yes, but I mean, if you
might not be putting out what he's putting out, but
have you ever used an electric pressure washer?
Yeah.
So when it's sitting there running, it's kind of just like an idle.
Yeah.
But as soon as you hit that trigger, it makes like this. It kind of primes up.
Right.
Well, every time this guy was pulling the trigger on this thing, shooting balls of fire up into and it reminded me of like watching a Star Wars movie when they're shooting like it reminded me of them shooting like one of their laser guns.
Yeah,
the sound it makes.
Okay,
but it was pretty neat. I can't. I'm not gonna say that I'm or not going to maybe look into doing something like that, but it looked like it could be entertaining.
Yeah, that reminds me. I had taken my pressure washer to have it worked on because that carburetor gummed up, but I got to go get that. So that reminded me. That's good.
So that was like brand new, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. I mean, but it just. I mean, I guess with not putting non-ethanol in there, I guess it gummed it up.
Yeah, so, I think with something like the pressure washer, with you not using it as much, and it's sitting a lot, you're either gonna have to drain all your fuel out, run it out of fuel, or just run non-ethanol.
That's like the generators we have. We always have an issue with those because I'm gonna admit I don't crank it all the time, so it's gonna be gummed up.
Oh,
I do because I guess I need to put it on like a schedule or something where I run that thing because it just stays gummed up.
Well, yeah, especially for folks that are not really mechanically inclined.
Yeah, that's me.
But we were able to get yours fixed up. We found it was obvious gum. When they say gummed up, it was gummed up. It had this clear jelly looking residue in there, and had it
it'll fire right up now.
Mine, I quit. I haven't fooled with mine. But I need to. Which I don't know, man. A lot of these places you go to now, like some of them are saying no generator. So I don't know.
What, the mechanic shop?
No, like when the tournaments and
facilities.
Stuff.
Yes.
Facilities, yes.
Well, I don't know if it's the noise, because ours are quiet running. But I mean, I don't know if it's that or if it's the fact that we have to put it off, out there in the distance, and we got all them cords running, and they don't want a trip hazard or something. I don't know what the deal is. The fumes.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
I don't know. I mean, it's really a must. Like out there in the summertime, because the battery fans just don't cut it. But no, yeah, the going back to the pressure washer.
Yeah,
it's just. I mean, that's a really good example of what that ethanol gas can do to a carburetor.
The
thing was like brand new. I mean, and you hadn't used it many times.
Yeah, it'll gum it right up.
Yep.
Man. So that's the problem.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the generator.
Yeah.
They have they've got these. They're like I seen them on TikTok, but it's like a solar powered.
Got a solar panel that goes with it.
It's a solar powered generator type deal.
Okay,
but it was I don't know. I seen one of the moms on our team had something similar to this, but it wasn't as big. But this was, I mean, a pretty good size. But they said it was pretty heavy because it's like it has coils in it. I don't know if it's coils or some kind of like the internal batteries that the solar charges the batteries, and that's how that you get your power from it. But I don't know. I mean, that's an option, with other than not having a gas generator. But anyway, I don't know. Kind of off topic a little bit.
They got all kind of stuff coming out now. I mean, fuel savings and energy savings, all kind of stuff. Them jumpers, them jump packs for cars. I mean, all kind of stuff now.
Well, yeah. So I actually, talking about stuff coming out, like I always see stuff like when I'm scrolling through TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
You have these creators where they're trying to push a brand on a certain item or something. Well, I do a lot of welding in my line of work,
right?
And there was this guy. He was trying to push this product. It was a welder, 110 volt welding machine, but it wasn't maybe a foot long and maybe 6 inches wide.
Oh wow!
But this guy, oh yeah, I mean, you could carry it around with one finger.
Yeah.
110.
Yeah.
And in the guy's video on his TikTok, he was burning a 7018 rod. And so I don't know if you know what a 7018 rod is, but it's a pretty, 1/8 7018 rod. It's pretty thick for something like that. I mean, that's a structural welding rod there.
Okay.
So, I mean, he was welding with that thing, no problem, and it turned out really good. So anyway, I bought one. It's like $60.
Yeah.
And I talked about it in our last show, but I do like some metal art stuff, and I was using like an old Lincoln cracker box is what I call it. It's just big old red.
Yeah, with a handle on top.
225 amp.
Yeah.
Been using that. It's 220. It's just a big old bulky thing. It's more than what I really needed.
Yeah.
After I seen the guy demonstrating that thing on TikTok, I was like, man, this thing will work for what I need. So I got one. And but that brings me to a question I had. Like, do you prefer like the TikTok shop, or do you like to shop on Amazon more?
I like Amazon.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I like Amazon. I don't really trust a lot of that TikTok and Temu and all that stuff. I mean, I know Amazon's legit, and you know, I usually get it. I mean, I'm not knocking it. If you shop there, that's fine. But I just don't do it.
Well,
I mean,
I'll tell you,
I have done it, but I don't do it. I mean, you know, I try to stick with Amazon. So.
Yes. You know, used to Amazon back. I want to say it was back before COVID. They guaranteed. They guaranteed 2-day shipping. If it said 2 days,
Prime.
If you had Prime and it said 2-day shipping, you had it in 2 days. But after COVID, that changed because you could, like, I go on there now and order something. It'll say 2 days, but then when I go to my cart to check out, it'll be like 3 or 4 days out before it says it's going to come in. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, but I still prefer Amazon. You mentioned Temu.
Yeah,
so that's a whole another animal there. You know, you order something from there, you're looking at 3 or 4 weeks, and I did notice, which I haven't ordered nothing from Temu in a long time, but I was on there looking, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago, and they do have options where they sell stuff. Like if there's a place local to you that sells this product, like I think these places will stock certain things, and you have the option to go pick whatever it is up locally.
From the Temu?
I think what it is Temu reaches out to these people.
Yeah.
And I'm not 100% on this. I don't know. But maybe they stock these, if it's a popular item that sells on TikTok. Maybe they get like these little mom and pop stores here locally to stock this certain item.
Yeah.
And somebody orders it, they say, well, that we've got this here local. You know, you don't have to wait 3 or 4 weeks for your thing to come from China.
Yeah.
Which now with all the tariff stuff,
I don't know. I
don't know how well Temu.
I still order from Amazon. I don't know what the price hike is on Temu or
I'm sure
TikTok shop or all that.
But I think you would see more of the price stuff go up on.
It's got to be pretty level though. I mean,
well, it's got to stay competitive.
Because
people are going to just go out of business.
I mean
I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of ways to buy, American-made stuff. You don't have to mark it up and pay the tariff stuff. But, we ain't got to touch a whole lot on tariff stuff today. But, I think my personal view on that is, you need a level playing field. It needs to be not lopsided or one side. We can kind of reference it on something like we're not going to take, if we're a A or B class team, we're not going to go and go to a bunch of C class tournaments. And play it. It's just lopsided.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's no good for anybody. So, talking about,
I think the tariff deal, is gonna level itself out though. I think everybody's got to come to agreement.
And it will.
Yeah,
I feel like.
And I think that's what Trump is wanting done. I think he's just wanting a level playing field.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to charge us $100. And we're not going to charge $200. It's going to be, we're going to come to agreement where we're both going to charge $100 or something like that.
Well,
so,
maybe
I hope lower, but
well,
because we both have to buy from each other.
Yeah.
So
but I see, China's been kind of screwing.
Oh, no
America.
doubt, no doubt.
For a long time, they were. Because the tariffs coming out of Mexico were not as high as China's.
Yeah.
Well, China was importing their goods into Mexico, and then from there importing it from Mexico to here to bypass that tariff that America had on them. And I mean, it's obvious. Everybody knows just about every piece of electronic we use is coming from China, most likely.
No doubt.
So, and you think of how much your electronics are when you go to the store. So if they're skipping out on paying that by importing it here.
Yeah.
Instead, they're importing it through Mexico, then into the United States. So
yeah,
kind of shafting us there on that deal.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. But yeah, I hope it all works out. I mean, I think we're a little over the 100 days that he's in office, and maybe to be all right.
Yeah. We're good.
Something's going on our live, but it says it will end in 4 minutes. Okay. All right. Well, guess it really don't like us. We're that bad. We got shut down.
well, that's what it's telling us. Detected inactivity.
Oh, Lord.
So we just gotta.
Yep.
I think it's asking you to drag the puzzle piece.
Yeah. Let me see.
Drag that puzzle piece over there. Let them know we're still active here.
We're still here, Ryan. We're still here.
We may not have.
There we go.
Yeah, we may not have a lot of interaction on there, but
yeah, we're still here. We're still here. All right, let's get set.
Yeah, but no. Going back to the original question.
Yeah,
I'm more of an Amazon guy myself. Too.
Yeah.
On TikTok, like you see like something you want to get. I did buy that welder, and it was free shipping and everything, and
it's working great.
Yes,
it's doing a great job.
But like there's this new thing that has came out. It's a fan with these solar powered, or no, it's a hat. I'm sorry, it's a
with
hat.
The fans in there.
It's a big brimmed hat with
that.
these solar powered fans in the brim of it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, man, that would be great for what I do in my line of work because I'm out in the sun a lot.
Yeah, I mean that would be good for you.
So I go in there, I see one, it's pretty good price.
Yeah.
Put it in there and go to check out. They're talking like a $30 shipping fee.
I thought you were going to say it turned out to be toddler measurements or something.
No. Well, going back to Temu, I did order a hat from Temu one time. And I don't know if they got I don't know what happened, but I ended up getting some kind of bracelet in the mail. And when I seen the package, it was about as big as a pack of cigarettes.
You knew right then that wasn't your hat.
I knew it wasn't my hat. So
hey, no, I know, man. It's kind of iffy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about. But
yeah,
no.
We when we first started our show, we talked about how you were from down around the Dothan area.
Yeah.
And a big thing that comes out of Dothan is peanut bowls. Bowl peanuts. And I seen something yesterday and shared it with you.
Yeah.
And
I loved it.
Yeah. And we're gonna give it a shot. So what I'll tell you what I thought when I first seen it. I thought of like a crawfish bowl, but instead of crawfish, it had peanuts in it.
Peanuts.
But it had like the sauce. It had sausage in there and corn.
It even had the crab boil ingredients and everything in there.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe so. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Look, we're getting handed some juicy fruit here. Oh, it's not open.
Oh my goodness!
I love a piece of
juicy fruit. Juicy fruit. I like juicy fruit gum. Back in the day, man, younger,
but
Big Red, that was good. But no,
the peanut bowl. That was my first impression when I seen that was a crawfish bowl, but it didn't have crawfish. It had bowl peanuts.
I told you, get the pot ready, cleaned up. We'll do it, man, because we need that'd be awesome.
I'm all for that.
I don't know how long it'd take them. They'd have to be in there quite a while. I mean, you'd have to put the peanuts in there.
Well,
prior to that, and then put the corn and sausage in there in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't take long to do the corn and the sausage and stuff. But I seen it had eggs, like boiled eggs in there,
whole boiled eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. You know, something else, talking about boiled eggs, I'd like to, can some, make, some pickled eggs. You don't like pickled eggs?
I've never had any.
What?
I've never had pickled eggs. No. No pig feet, no pickled eggs.
Yeah,
I've had pickled okra.
Got my juicy fruit.
Oh, there you go.
Would you like a piece of
Yes,
juicy?
I would. Thank you, sir.
I gotta get it out. There we go.
No, I don't really, I've seen them in bars and stuff like that, but I ain't never had any.
Well, the thing with pickled eggs, my experience with them was my dad used to pickle eggs all the time. Pickle okra. Make his own pickles. And you gotta let it sit and get pickled.
How long?
I mean, I don't remember for sure. But the problem we had was it wouldn't sit long enough, and people would dip their hands off in there before it was really ready to be eaten. This is our buddy Dexter right here.
A little mascot, ain't it? I know, buddy. I know.
Say hey, Dexter.
Say hey.
That's
All
our
right.
buddy.
That's our little mascot right there.
So yeah, the pickling the eggs. I'm gonna try and do some of that too. We were at a tournament the other day, and one of the parents broke out some homemade pickles.
Homemade pickles.
Homemade pickles. Like they had a
From Aunt B?
no from their house.
You don't remember that episode, do you?
No, it's probably before my time.
Aunt B on Andy Griffith. She made the pickles, and Andy and Barney had to eat all the pickles because she was in that contest. Oh man, that was classic.
That was before my time. But no, they had a big old gallon glass jar of homemade pickles, and they actually make a pickle. I asked the guy. I said, because I seen when I was in the store, I seen they have pickling vinegar. But then he said they just use white vinegar.
Yeah.
And then they make this pickling dill pickle seasoning, and they put that off in there, and then sliced up their cucumbers and.
Huh? Were they good?
Well, I don't eat pickles.
Oh,
I don't like pickles themselves, but I love pickle.
I like pickles.
Juice.
Yeah, I like pickles.
I mean, they seem popular.
Yeah.
All the girls on the team were eating them. I know my wife tried some. She said they were really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he had some, what I guess you'd call chip style pickles. And had some they weren't spears, but they were it was the cucumber cut long ways but thin. What would you call that?
A spear?
No, a spear is like a wedge pickle, isn't it?
Oh, this was flat?
It was flat.
Like a sandwich pickle or something. Yeah.
He had
a sandwich dill pickle.
Yep. He had a jar of those, and then he had
sandwich cut.
Yeah. Actually,
man, I wish I would have tried them. They were good.
Yeah, they seem pretty popular. All the girls are eating them. So.
Okay.
I don't know, but I'm not
a big sweet pickle fan. I don't like sweet pickles.
I'll tell you, the only type of pickle, if you will call it that, I'll eat is I like sweet relish, like on a hot dog.
Yeah, I'll do that. I reckon. I'm more of a dill relish person, like in potato salad or something like that.
Yeah, no, I don't like. I do not like relish.
You like tuna in the can?
Oh yeah.
So if you take your tuna in the can with mayo and the dill relish, mix it all up in a bowl and
I
put
don't
on
use
salad.
dill. I use sweet relish, but I do. I'll take a can of tuna, a little bit of mayonnaise,
in a heartbeat, man. I love it.
Sweet relish. I like sweet relish, and then I even put in some boiled egg in there in my tuna salad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can basic, just a quick throw it together, just a can of tuna.
Yeah, put a little mustard in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really do mustard.
I do mustard.
Now my wife does mustard in her chicken salad with some mayonnaise.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of chicken salad.
Really?
No.
Man.
I mean, I don't know if it's the onion and the celery or something like that in that chicken salad.
Well, I don't eat that. I don't put that in.
Yeah.
I'm a basic dude. I just like chicken.
Yeah, I like potato salad. What are you talking about? Egg salad?
Egg salad. You don't like egg salad?
I ain't never had it.
You ain't never had no egg salad?
No egg salad.
Anybody out there ever had egg salad? We ain't got many people.
Yeah, comment on it. See what's going on.
Egg salad, man, you just boil the eggs, and some people like sit there and cut them up real fine, and then you just mix mayonnaise and some pepper with it. Which put the mayonnaise in there. You don't even need salt. It's got enough salt in the mayonnaise. But I'll just take a fork and smash my eggs, put a little mayonnaise in there, and have you an egg salad sandwich.
Yeah,
or it's good on a cracker.
I like an egg salad. I like an egg sandwich.
Just like a fried egg?
Yeah, I know scrambled egg sandwich.
See, I don't like scrambled eggs on my sandwich because it's falling out.
Yeah, I know, but you got to hold the bottom. But it is good, though. It is good. I mean, I've had fried or scrambled. It don't matter.
So, like, I cooked
breakfast. Mayonnaise, you love it.
Yeah. I cooked breakfast this morning, and, some of us in the house don't like fried eggs. Some of us don't like scrambled egg. Well, I like both.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of, dealing with any arguments, I just made scrambled eggs this morning. I cooked some bacon and took me a piece of sourdough bread and made me a bacon egg sandwich.
Okay.
I had some cheese on there too.
See, I like the bacon lettuce sandwich. I don't like the bacon. I don't like tomato on there. Like the BLT, I just like the bacon and lettuce.
You don't like tomato at all?
No, I don't like tomato, onion, no pepper, no.
So talking about tomatoes, man, I bought me some dang. I like tomato. I like a tomato sandwich or a fried green tomato, which we've talked about.
Yeah, we talked about that.
But I picked up me some seeds. I'm gonna start from scratch.
Oh, you're gonna till it up, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, I bought me some little miniature pots.
Oh,
to start.
Okay, you're gonna do it.
I'm gonna germinate them first. I don't know if you remember. You just take like a sandwich bag with a wet paper towel.
Yeah.
Put your seeds in there. Get your seeds germinated. Plant them. Let them grow, and then eventually, I'm thinking like a 5-gallon bucket. I'm not gonna plant them in the ground.
Yeah.
I've seen people were able to do pretty well with just planting their tomato plants in like a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to do that because I think that way, if you were going to plant them in the ground, if you don't have a place to plant them in the ground that can get the sun that they need, I think by having them in the bucket, that'll give them enough room to grow, like a root system. And then you can move them to the sun.
Move them anywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
Supposed to rain, just move them out there, whatever.
Yeah, but I got some, I'll be honest, I don't know what. The picture on the package looks like a good, nice, juicy tomato.
Yeah.
So I got that one. And then I got some bell peppers. Try that. And then...
yeah, that'd be good. Got some 5-gallon buckets?
No, I gotta find some. Find a good deal on some. Because I was thinking...
Well, I know Home Depot or Lowe's, they got them 5-gallon buckets there, but they're like ain't it $5 a piece or something like that? They're pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy new buckets. I don't know how much they are, but
yeah,
I don't know what would be cheaper if I like a big potting plant.
Well, I know you go to Dollar Tree and they got potting plants. I mean, pots there, big ones.
Yeah, $5.
At the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, they $5.
They $5.
Yeah, we just bought one today. Actually, my wife did. She
$5.
She bought a plant.
Well, them 5-gallon buckets are gonna be more than $5. I guarantee you that.
You think?
At Home Depot, yeah. Lowe's, I know.
Well, I don't know. My wife bought a plant, so every few weeks, there's like she calls it the plant lady comes by her work, she's got a big old like enclosed trailer with all these different plants in there.
Really?
Yep. She'll bring, like, she pulls down the parking lot there at her work, and she'll unload some of them. People come out there. The lady takes just about any form of payment you can think of.
Huh.
But she bought one last week. I think she called it a mother-in-law plant.
Mother-in-law
plant.
That's got to be something else.
But I'd have to check with her on that.
Yeah.
She bought two. One, and she called one of them a mother-in-law plant. But there was another plant there. I don't remember what it's called, and I'm not remember which plant. But she said one of the plants. The lady told her that it's like a natural air purifier.
Yeah.
Like it purifies your air.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I'm gonna try this week, try and get me some seeds started and get that going. But,
all right then.
But yeah. So anyway, I mean, I think we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah. Join us again at Twice the Mic, and remember, we have a YouTube channel and this TikTok channel, Twice the Mic. Not this one, but this is my own. But if you go to Twice the Mic and like us, and then subscribe to YouTube, maybe we can get 100 followers over on Twice the Mic, and we can go live.
Yeah.
So
we
that'd
appreciate
be great.
everybody that tuned in today.
Thank y'all.
We sure appreciate that. And like he said, give us a follow on Twice the Mic on YouTube, and Twice the Mic on Facebook.
Yep.
And TikTok. Give us a follow on there. We're trying to get our followers up. So
yeah,
y'all have a great week, and
share it.
Give us a share.
Yeah, and Twice the Mic at yahoo.com for any comments or anywhere you can leave a comment. Just comment and tell us how we're doing, or if you got a suggestion or a topic, we'd love to hear from you.
Yep.
So, but appreciate y'all.
Yes, appreciate y'all.